here. We don't like this. And they throw you away. So I'm curious, like, how important has Meagan been to your journey of like solidarity and processing like all these corners being non-existent?
Don't look at me.
Sorry, baby.
Yeah. No, Meagan has been and continues to be, I mean, she is just my biggest blessing. And there are things that she has witnessed and things that she has given, because I didn't know. I was completely abandoned. You know what I mean? Like, and even if you spoke to me, you didn't speak to me. You spoke to this idea, and you spoke to this thing, and it was really more about you than it was about me. And I didn't care because you were just talking to me. But with Meagan, it is.
I love you, baby.
I love you too, girl. It's very important to answer the question. It was very important because she helped me. I could test it. You know what I mean? I could go, this is what I'm thinking. This is what I'm feeling. You know, what do you think about that? You know, and she would answer, and she would continue to show up. You know, because it's like you're so lonely. You know what I mean? And you're so ashamed. You know, and you're trying so hard not to play the role that everyone's telling you should play. You know. And she allowed me to continue to write my narrative, you know, and to not succumb to the evil. That, like, cancellation culture is not they throwing you away, they're damning you, right? They're damning you, they're damning your seed, they're damning your partners, they're damning your associates. For whatever reason, that's what they're doing. And for Meagan to be my water in hell, my ladder in hell, you know, my light in the dark, you know, I mean, I've said it many times, like, I literally would not be a walking, talking, breathing being had it not been for the Lord putting Meagan in my life. And that's just what it is. You know what I mean? You all right? Oh, man, what you doing?
Can we get some?
What you doing?
Some tissue over here, please?
I was trying not to.
No, you don't understand how much I get it. And that's why I'm so grateful. Because I've been there. And if my wife was not the rock, the solidarity, the place I could go, when it was just like, where else do you turn? You need a community of people. And it's like everyone is seemingly just looked sideways. So
Thank you.
It's just the most no.
Yeah.
You need one, Papa?
I'm straight. I just used my sleeve.
Thank you. Of course.
Yeah. Nah. Yeah, so I say, like, I just want you, I see you. You know what I mean? And I think people tend to not want to see the person. You know what I mean? Like the whole person. And I know, and it's obvious that she sees you. You know what I mean? It's so obvious. And I think people just look at the superficial landscape of it all without realizing, like, these are humans. These are dynamic people made in the image of God who experience so many different things, who are just as vulnerable to depression, to anxiety, to fear, to disappointment, to hurt. And yet we establish them as so high and lofty that we think we can just throw rocks at them. And you know what I mean? And so
it's not gonna hurt them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think people forget we're also just people.
First and foremost.
You know? First and foremost, not also first and foremost. And we're all just kids walking it out.
Boy, giraffes on ice skates, I'm trying to tell you. And most people are as well. One of the quotes, I don't know where it came from, but I love it. It's that, you know, one of the highest callings God has given us is to be human. Not to be less than.
Come on.
Not to be more than, right?
Yes.
Don't be subhuman.
Right.
Don't damn people.
Right.
Don't be superhuman.
Right.
It's outside of the realm of your possibility.
Right.
Be human.
Right.
And that's what y'all are saying. It's like, we're kids.
Right.
Yeah.
Trying to walk this out. We're human.
And everybody is, like you said, not just us, like we all are.
Yeah.
And if we could treat each other with more of that, if we could actually just focus on the one thing that God's asked us to focus on, which is loving each other, you know what I'm saying? No matter how you cut it or where you get it from, that's the command.
Yeah.
If we could do a lot more of that, and then a lot more letting God be God, you know, would we be much happier, and everybody else would be much happier.
Listen,
you know?
It's very simple. Love God, love people, and go live life.
Yeah.
You do all that, you're good.
Love your neighbor as you would love yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
And this is where it gets gnarly, right? Because I believe everybody knows that.
Yeah.
And I believe that everybody really thinks they're doing that. And so when that comes, I feel so bad for everybody else. because they've canceled parts of themselves when they've made mistakes, when they've fallen down.
That's right.
And so they can't have it. We can't have it both ways. You know what I mean? We can't have it both ways. It's like, oh, that's what you do to yourself.
Yeah.
You damn yourself, right? And then you medicate to cover it. Then you blog to cover it. You know,
you condemn.
And you condemn to cover it. You know, and I'm not gonna. Everybody here is potentially guilty of that. You know, but there is something about being in the fire. You had Brother Will Smith, right, man? That's my dog, man. Like we would talk a lot about just sitting in hell by yourself. You know what I mean? Can't nobody save you. You know what I mean? And this is the curriculum, right? And the beautiful thing is like, it's in the Bible,
right?
You know what I mean? All the homies that messed up, all the homies that fell down, right? They have the lessons. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that, you gotta find yourself in a really bad situation to come out of it better. Yeah. But
everyone who did,
I know 12 of them.
That's right.
That really, were in a weird way, and then found themselves being the first Christians, the first true followers of Christ. You know, I'm not trying to martyr myself or sanctify it, but that's the real deal. You know what I mean? I'll leave it at that.
You were talking about what Will said, and even yourself is sitting in the fire. And Meagan, you didn't have to get in the fire, right? But you did. You know what I mean? Like, is that the fearlessness? Is that the compassion? Like, what was it? A both and?
It's interesting. I had said this to him too. I say everything to him. He's my best friend. But at that time, I hadn't prayed a lot. I wasn't. How do I say it to be clear? I wasn't upset at that time because I had already walked through a lot of that with the marriage ending and all that. I was still upset at God. I was like, a part of me was like, you bamboozled me. I'm mad at you. Like, I did this, I did that, I did this. You knew that this was my greatest fear. You knew that my mom and dad divorced after 10 years. And that's exactly what happened to me. I want to trust you and I have no choice but to trust you, but I'm struggling with how to ever see anything the same anymore. And then when it talks about, in the Bible where it was planted on different parts of the ground, I was like, I don't want to be the one that as soon as it gets tough, it gets strangled out of me, you know? And I was like, so help me, you know? And so I hadn't prayed that much, in a while, really. And when him and I started hanging initially, just spending time together, it was the first time I felt in my spirit. Like, you may not be able to pray for you right now, but you need to pray for him. And praying for him is what brought me back to prayer.
Wow.
And having conversations on his behalf is what started conversations about my own behalf. And
I'm trying to cry.
And then also just like praying at that time, like I was like, Lord, am I supposed to be here? And I just heard God say yes. And it didn't give me full confirmation of like, forever or anything. Like, it was just like, yes. And I was like, all right, the Lord, I'm just going to trust you and just walk it out. If you said yes, then I'm not afraid of nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, coming through that, through what I felt was the worst at that time, to coming into a different relationship with God that had been tested in a way that I never imagined, to moving into this space and everything that we couldn't have foreseen all that would come with it. But, we knew it wasn't going to be no cakewalk, and just hearing God for the first time in so long, or maybe just listening, for the first time in a long time.
That's good.
And knowing that I was where I was supposed to be made me it just made me positive. I just had nothing, and it's like, there's just nothing anybody could tell me. Once God tells me something, even if I don't know what the end result is, even if the answered prayer is going to be some bleached skin and it's going to be crazy, I know he's going to bring me through on the other side better than when I went in. And that is all part of the journey. And that journey is for the usage, and that is my purpose. And that's who I'm called to be. So at that point, there was no fear. I was like, y'all better bring it on. Every single time. Is Coretta? You damn right. Absolutely. Positively. Period. And much respect to Coretta Scott King when I say that, because if people understand the icon that she is, to me, that's, y'all not making fun of me, y'all blessing me. You know what I'm saying? And I aspire to be.
Go, girl.
I aspire to be something like that. I aspire to be that kind of woman and to put that into the world and to use myself to any way that God wants to use me in the world. So,
It's happening in real time. What I feel like, if you have eyes to witness it, you're seeing two people with scars coming together, and it's a redemption story in a lot of ways, right? And I like scars, because scars are the evidence that wounds heal, right?
Wow.
That's why I like scars. It's like I show off my scars, and I feel like I'm very proud of y'all for like embracing that and then moving forward and forging a new path and writing a new history. That is brave, that is fearless in a lot of ways.